Rate music hot takes from the internet.
Oh, God.
That's right. People are wrong.
Cast them down.
Hail Metal Nation. It is I, Tim. This is Podcast Them Down. Joining me is Mike. And I was on Facebook.
This is already a mistake.
Day. Yeah, I agree. But Prog Power USA, you know, the festival, they put up memes every so often. So they put up George Costanza being confronted by a group. I think it's the Van Buren boys. You know, that episode. And it says music opinions that will get you in this situation. And I was skimming through some of them, and I don't know. I was like, I want to complain about a lot of these, but they're supposed to be divisive. So,
okay,
I guess let's rate the divisiveness of them and maybe discuss a few of them. And I have a feeling we're gonna have to Google some as well.
I'm sure our listeners have guessed at some point that I really like divisive metal opinions.
Yeah. Well, they're not all metal, unfortunately. And some of them are obvious trolls.
Okay, fair enough.
So, all right. Top one. This is the top comment. There are 400, as of recording, there are 408 comments on here. So, top one. Nirvana is overrated.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think they're overrated. I think they're just 90s. I think this guy's just mad that you can go out and buy a Nirvana shirt at Target and people buy those shirts for the aesthetic and not for the music. But hey, the music stopped 20 years ago, you know?
I'll say this. Okay. Nirvana is...
Oh, shit. 25 years ago. Fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, Nirvana, for all their simplicity, is hugely influential. Right? Like they did...
Absolutely.
They did a ton.
Oh, sorry. 30 years ago. All right, go on.
Christ.
The last album came out in 93.
Yeah, so, like, I can see why one would say that. They're going to say, like, oh, well, you know, whatever. They're not that good. They had, they still were very influential, but I get it. You know, they're simple. They're not like mind blowing, especially looking at them now.
Well, I think, part of them is that, you know, like, the Beatles were around for 10 years and then stopped, you know. Nirvana was around for that long, made a huge impression, and then etc., you know. So
right. Yeah, so they're sort of immortalized whether they deserved it or not. I don't know. Yeah, I get it. It's fine.
Okay. Next one. Creed is the greatest metal band of all time. 9 laughing emojis. Obvious. All right, move on. 80s Rush is better than 70s Rush. Ooh.
I'm going to make a horrible confession. I am not familiar enough with Rush's discography to make a comment on this.
It's basically like saying 90s Metallica is better than 80s Metallica.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Well, Tom Sawyer, the song everyone knows, is from 81.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you like it, you like it.
All right. Here's one I know you'll talk to. Dream Theater's The Astonishing is a great album.
I like it. I like The Astonishing.
It got 14 laughs.
The album was, like, critically acclaimed, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, the sentiment on the internet at the time, at least, just, I mean, I don't know.
I'm looking for their see if it won awards. My problem with the album, the running time is 130 minutes.
Yeah, that is
And there's
a problem.
probably only 50 minutes of of music there, like boil it down. You went too far.
I sent you a link.
You didn't do it in our chat. You did it somewhere I can't get to. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm getting to it. Getting to it. You just have to pad for time while the thing loads, and then
I'm very excited to see your thoughts on this link. Speaking of the astonishing.
Oh no. No, pre-order. All right. The Astonishing, the novel, builds on the story rendered in the Astonishing, the groundbreaking concept album. It wasn't groundbreaking. The novel adds new plot lines and intrigue, additional characters and motivations, as well as explanations and ideas not explored on the album. Pre-order the book. Let me see. I want to see how much. $75.
75.
Hang on. Publication date, spring 2018.
Click here for update.
Update 12/16. Read the new update.
Sold out.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, I like the Astonishing, but I could see why people wouldn't like it, right?
About the author, Peter O'Rulian has worked at Xbox for 15 years. That's not a reason to buy his book. I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, yeah, but like the other problem I have with it is the names: Emperor Nefarious, Princess Faith.
And Emperor Nefarious turns out not to be that bad of a guy.
Yeah, but like
he's like,
hey, spoiler alert! If you get 2 hours into the story,
well, yeah, everything is really on the nose except for Gabriel. Gabriel is the only one that isn't named. What's his brother's name? It's something with an X.
Xavier,
Xander.
Something. Xander, yeah, something.
I guess it's no. I'm sorry. His son is Xander. He's Arhis.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The problems with the Astonishing one, yeah, you really have to listen to it as one thing, right? Like you can't just sit and listen to I'm going to listen to that track. So, the whole thing is basically one giant song. It's very hard to listen to a piece of it. The second problem with it is that the story is absolutely mind-bogglingly stupid. Like it's a dystopia, and there's noise machines called Nomax, and it's like, you don't need music, just listen to bleep blop bloop, bleep blop bloop. But they have
we have outlawed music.
But they have no other impact on the story except to have weird interludes between the acts. Yeah, the names Faith, Nefarious, Eris, Darius. The fuck? God damn it. But I like the album.
Okay. Next. Genesis with Phil Collins as the vocalist is just as good as Genesis with Peter Gabriel as the vocalist. Now, when did Phil Collins go solo? That's what I want to know. So, he was, oh God, look at the picture of Phil Collins on on Wikipedia.
He looks like
George Carlin with who's crapping with hemorrhoids.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a little gremlin.
It looks like looks like he was solo and in Genesis at the same time. So there's a reply on here. I'll go one further. The best period of Genesis is 1976 to 1980. I like all of the eras, but those albums are near perfect in my... No one cares. All right. All right, here's one. Sammy Hagar, better than David Lee Roth.
Oh. Hey. Huh.
That is an unpopular opinion.
Lead vocalist of Van Halen. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I care enough about this. About that
Okay.
particular take.
Distance Over Time is the best Dream Theater album of the last 22 years. All right, so we have to do some math. He is. When did he's saying that it's the best album since 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence,
Yeah.
which is just horseshit because that was a terrible album. This guy is wrong about everything.
Well, all right. 6 Degrees is a bad album with a great song that is the length of an album.
Absolutely.
I liked Distance Over Time better than I liked View from the Top of the World. So, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, this is not correct.
all of those albums with Mangini are like the same.
Yeah.
You know, they dug into their formula, except for the Astonishing, obviously, but they dug into their formula where it's basically a mix of all the 2000s albums, just like
Right.
bits and pieces. And and they added an 8-string, right? So, but like, I don't know how you could look at one and say it's significantly better than any of the others. Octavarium notwithstanding, because that is a fantastic album, and so is Black Clouds. Like, how
I
can you
really
say?
like Black Clouds.
I don't understand how you could say they weren't good.
Yeah.
So, especially saying they were worse than 6 Degrees, because that first disc, the first 4 songs are just trash. And the only reason I can tolerate The Glass Prison is because of The Shattered Fortress off of Black Clouds and Silver Linings. All right. Steve Vai is the godfather of modern metal.
Is that a hot take? I mean, I can see it. Well, okay. It overstates his importance to it.
I agree. They're like, Steve Vai is one of those guys where you only need to have one album because they're all the same. And I don't think his shredding, you know, like his guitar solos, maybe it made people want to become more virtuous,
Yeah.
you know, have more technical solos, but he wasn't in a vacuum. You know, there were a bunch of those guys.
I really like Steve Vai.
Oh yeah, I do too. But I'm not going to say he's the godfather of modern. And what is modern metal? And what does Steve Vai have to do with it?
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I can see a little bit of it, you know. Just he was using the 7 strings. He was like one of the first people to use 7 strings, especially.
Yeah, but he didn't
rock.
use it. He went up a string. He wasn't using it like everyone else was.
No, he went down. And on Passion and Warfare, he had the Ibanez Universe UV7BK, the green dot.
Steve Vai 7 string.
Or was it the UV777? I think it was probably the 777, actually.
Well, either way, this guy's wrong. All right. Iron Maiden, post reunion, is just as good as the classic.
That's just fucking
That is
wrong.
fucking. I can't begin to explain how wrong that is.
That's just wrong.
I should just type "no more lies," like, 64 times, because that's post reunion, and that song is absolute trash. All right, here's one. Power metal is childish. I will agree that modern power metal is childish.
I might agree
With
that
most of it, and it's. I blame bands like Glory Hammer. Yes, it's childish, but like, I don't think Hammerfall, Man of War, you know, bands like that. But when they were just singing about, so they were singing about like fantasy subjects, not like, oh, hyper ironic video games, you know.
I mean, okay. Is it? I love Camelot, and they're probably the band that I make fun of the most in the entire world. I don't know why. It's something about their aesthetic that I think is hysterical.
Power metal band before they went all
Hot Topic goth,
dystopian goth. Yeah. What do we call them?
Faux symphonic goth.
Faux symphonic goth.
Or faux goth or whatever. But okay, so like I would say power metal lyrically ranges between childish and stupid. And there isn't really anything in between. It's either childish or stupid. I love it, but if I focus on the lyrics too hard, it's like, wow, this is dumb. This is so dumb. Fucking Sonata Arctica. Run around and see another side of the tree. Freedom has a meaning for me. That's stupid.
Well, that might work in Finnish. Well, don't forget there are multiple songs about internet security that came out 20 years ago.
Sonata Arctica? Was that Web
Blank
Allergy?
File. Look up Blank File.
Oh, God. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what that was.
And look up Web Allergy.
That's hysterical.
All right. AC/DC is actually underappreciated by most people because they've only heard like 5 songs. I think people have heard 5 songs and appreciate AC/DC.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I don't know that I think that take is correct, even in its... Yeah.
Here's a drinking game I did at a bachelor party once. And this is the last time I did it. You listen to Thunderstruck by AC/DC, and every time they say thunder, the next person drinks. So you go in a circle, right?
God.
Okay, but there's a break. There's a break in the song. So if you are the unlucky person like I was, right before the break, it goes thunder, and you have to keep drinking until the next time it fucking says thunder.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so one person gets fucked. Not literally. All right. This one's stupid. Saying any band slaps. That guy's just old. All right. K-pop is fun music. I don't think... Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah. I'm okay
I don't think anyone's going to... Who would disagree with that?
I mean, that's just targeted at, like, Cavolt, true metal. Like, how dare you, like, sigh.
All right. Dark Passion Play is the best Nightwish album. Now, if I remember correctly, that's the one with the terrible, terrible song that Tuomas wrote about himself. Let me find. Yep, The Poet and the Pendulum. 14 minutes of self-masturbatory. He names himself in the song. Oh my God, it's awful.
That's stupid.
But it has Bye Bye Beautiful, which was like bordering on techno.
Ew.
Or was that Amaranth? I don't know. Either way, those were the 2 singles, Bye Bye Beautiful and Amaranth. And I believe it was that was one of the Annette albums.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the real hot take here is that any of the Nightwish albums are rated above one another. They're all basically at the bottom.
Oh, ouch. I like Nightwish. I think Dark Passion Play is one of the worst albums, though.
I started really hating like the operatic female vocals for some reason. Because there are other...
Not even operatic, in my opinion.
I think Tarja was more in that range. Floor doesn't necessarily have to do that. I know that. because I like Floor and a ton of other stuff, but I just like, it's like, let's not do like this. Oh, it's like, just sing, like sing with your voice, not with this, like this particular affectation. So that's what bothers me about Nightwish. So I need to give their newer stuff a shot and see if I like it.
Someone says, my biggest takeaway from all this is my constant surprise of how many people love Dream Theater.
That's awesome.
Load and Reload are very good albums. Here's my take on that. Load and Reload are one very good album. All right, Nickelback is a good band.
I don't hate Nickelback. Like I don't listen to them, but I don't hate them as much as
it became a meme to hate them.
I don't see what's so bad about them. I don't
like them, but
yeah. I dislike them the same amount. I dislike them in the same way that I dislike other bands of that style. No more, no less.
All right, Metallica's overrated. Meatloaf, the most overrated band of all time. That is a hefty.
No,
that one's hefty.
Yeah, that's.
I don't even understand this one, so maybe you can explain it. Martin Turner / Andy Powell.
Martin Turner.
All right. Right into us. Explain that one to me. The Astonishing was a good album. Again, Mick Mars was the best thing out of Motley Crue. No, the best thing out of Motley Crue is Vince Neil Now, where they subtitle his singing. And it's wrong. George Lynch is overrated. There's no great Dokken riffs. I don't understand why people think Dokken is important.
I don't know that I've ever heard a Dokken song.
You have. You just don't know that you have, and they only have one song.
Oh, great. Don Dokken.
Hang on. I'm gonna have to concentrate to read this one. Def Leppard's drummer, Rick Allen, was terrible with both arms.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait. I got this. All right.
Christ.
Here we go. Blind Guardian's fan base is more exciting to listen to than Blind Guardian itself. Don't tell Dave. Never have I heard a song by them with the exception of Scalds and Shadows that actually made me want to hear more.
That's great. I like Blind Guardian a lot. I did have to walk out of one of their shows because there were like 4 encores and I was really tired.
Oh, you had to walk out because you're old.
Yes, it was like I'm just done. I can't do this.
You don't like all the bonus stuff. I had a class once where the professor went over time, like every lecture, and it was a night class, right? And he kept going. Education is the one thing people will complain about getting extra of it for free. And I said, no, I have a family to feed, you dick. I did not actually say that. Well, I did yell it at my computer. It was an online class. Let's see. Harsh vocals don't belong in prog metal except as little touches, accents here and there. I think most prog guys would agree with that.
Yeah, I sort of agree with that one. I don't know that that's a hot take. I mean, even the flourishes I find to be kind of excessive, but
this one is heavy metal or no metal at all. Well, I mean, yeah, that's a Manowar lyric. And as we know, the world is against Manowar, according to Manowar. This one is who should be in the big 4? Yeah. What are you talking about? Everyone knows who the big four is. Unless you're talking about Anthrax. Maybe you could like swap out Anthrax for someone, but
It's like definitional though, right? Like it's
yeah, it's dumb. Okay. Orchestration is the Midol of heavy metal.
what?
Midol?
Like pain relief?
Yeah, I guess. Like, explain that one to me. All right. The Black Album is the best part of Metallica's catalog.
I mean, I could see how you could have that opinion.
Yeah. That is divisive though, because we hear it all the time. Like,
Yeah, I think
I
it's
hate
wrong.
everything after the first 4 albums, and then we play King Nothing and people sing along. It's like, I knew it. Let's see. It's not the real Pantera. That's funny, because it's not. Here's one I'm gonna need some. We should call up Doug for this one. Twisted is better than ICP.
Oh God, I've seen Twisted live.
Oh, tell me about this.
Okay. There was a girl I really liked, and she really liked Twisted. And ICP.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't get the hepatitis you would have gotten.
So Twisted is another white guy clown rapping group.
Oh, I'm aware. I wish I wasn't aware, but I'm aware, unfortunately.
And they sound similar. Are they still around? Yeah, they're still going. And they're, they're just fucking, they sound like a white guy clown rapping group. I don't know another way to put it.
All right, well, we'll just do a few more and then we'll wrap it up because this keeps going for a while. Dream Theater is kind of boring.
Sometimes I agree with that.
Megadeth is pure weapons grade cringe. Oh yeah.
You could like Megadeth and still think that.
Oh, this guy's got a bunch. Manila Road Circus Maximus is actually pretty decent. So I will admit I am not up on Manila Road. What we should do is go to Metal Archives.
I mean, they're one of those like they formed in '77.
Yeah, I'm looking for Circus Maximus. It only got a 73. Like, there's a later album that also got a 73. Like, I don't think that's all that divisive based on my data. Van Halen's popularity is inexplicable.
Whose popularity?
Van Halen.
Oh,
I think it was a groundbreaking guitarist at the time, and that's where their popularity came from. The Beatles are only okay.
yeah, blah blah blah.
The Beatles are actually underrated. So these are two comments next to each other.
I don't know how they could be underrated. I'll say that.
I mean, let's put it this way. I watched all of Peter Jackson's Let It Be documentary. They're not underrated. You're wrong. Where to go? Melissa is better than Don't Break the Oath, and it's not even close. So Melissa being the first King Diamond Merciful Fate album, Don't Break the Oath is the second one. I agree with him. I like Melissa more, but that might be because Metallica covered a bunch of songs off of it.
Oh. Huh.
I'm gonna once again go to Metal Archives, and Melissa got a 91% and Don't Break the Oath got a 93%. So I would say it is very close. So he's wrong about that. Pop music is easy and smooth jazz is not jazz.
I don't care about either of those opinions.
Who's the best Dream Theater drummer?
Is that even?
That's
It's just a statement.
no. I think he's saying who is. I disagree with who is the. All right, here's the one I'll close on. Ryan Chaos is actually not that bad.
Oh, fuck that. I mean,
It's a terrible album. And my problem with Dissection is I could listen to Storm of the Light's Bane
yeah.
like over and over and over again. Ryan Chaos is trash. Like I can't believe it's the same band. And I know I know it was like 10 years later, but come on. Yeah.
Any album that ends with you killing yourself because it fulfilled black magic's spell number 216.
Maybe that'll be an episode we can look into Ryan Chaos.
Fucking goddamn it.
All right. Well, there's more, but you know what?
I think we should leave off with our biggest metal hot takes.
Oh, Tool is overrated. Megadeth is better than Metallica. Rush is kind of meh. In Canada, this opinion is scandalous. U2 is overrated. Oh yeah, U2 is shit. I don't understand why anyone likes. Okay, what's what's your take? I have to think of mine. I'm not sure.
Oh, I mean, the most bored I've ever been at a concert was when I saw Sleep and Electric Wizard live. That's my hot. That's more of an antagonistic take.
Let's see. I'd say. Okay, I got it. Manowar's Warriors of the World deserves the praise it gets.
I don't know anything about that.
All right, here's another one. Judas Priest is infinitely better than Iron Maiden.
Oh, that's gonna rankle.
Oh yeah. Well, if you disagree, the email is yourwrong@podcastthemdown.com. And I guarantee I will read all the emails that get sent there. Assuming you're smart enough to spell you're wrong. All right, until next time, Metal Nation, Judas Priest is better than Iron Maiden.
Cast them down.
Iron Maiden is just, what movie did I see this week? I'm going to write a song about it. Oh, choruses don't need more than 4 words.
Jesus Christ. That's awesome.